the biscuit, taste the pain. 3 years running, second place again. We used to lead, now we just chase. Didn't even touch first this time, what a waste. Don't touch that soccer sauce. He's Limp Bizkit, smooth but still no boss. 5 years dry, no shiny prize, just pretty passes and Twitter cries. Taste the biscuit, taste the bluff. It's all clean boots, but not enough. Arteta talks like we're built to win, but silverware's allergic to the North London grin. We brought win a dog, but we lose even more. 3 times second, never the king. And this year, we didn't even lead a thing. Same TikTok reels, same post-match tears, same false dawns for 5 long years. From invincible pride to annual pain, we chase our tail like it's part of the game. Limp Bizkit fence, fans still cheer, but the empty cabinet echoes loud and clear. Taste the biscuit, taste the drought. We talk the loudest, but still missed out. Stinker and hooked. Taste the biscuit, taste the pain. 3 years running.
Second place again. Hi guys, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. That was Solz's special request song. He loves the song. You get me. Big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. We're here to talk about the football, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe not all Liverpool specific today. We're here to talk about Arsenal. We're talk about Man United. And we're here to talk about Liverpool as well. You get me. Joining us, first and foremost, of course, the man, the myth, the legend. Solz, how you doing, mate?
Chat to me, chat to me, chat to me.
Yes, hi.
You fraud. What time do you call this?
I was a little bit late. It happens, yani.
Do you think I'm not gonna call you out because it's your channel?
No, you can call me out. It's okay.
Now listen, big up for the invite.
Nothing. Staffy will tell you I've been late 45 minutes before.
Listen, can I make my introduction, please? Big up, Solz in the house. Arsenal won 3-0 against Watford today in a behind closed doors friendly. You know what I mean? We're already off to a great start. Do you know what I mean? Big up the Ars, big up Arteta, big up Arsenal, and just big up anything to do with AFC, man. And this fraud song that he keeps playing, by the way, this is the same guy that won 1 league title, 2 league titles in the last 30 years. So you can literally play that song every year.
Titles in 30 years, not one anymore.
But big up Hassan, big up.
Big up. This guy drew 0-0 with Leeds in a preseason friendly. You get me? But he's here not to talk about Man United, talk about all the other clubs. Because he's been, you get me? Speaking of up the arse, he's been up Terry's arse this past two weeks. I think Staffy, mate.
I haven't been up his ass. I've been on his ass, not up his ass. That's the difference. Yeah, man.
Fair.
You know what's crazy, bro? People woke up. They stay in a shit face alone. Like,
I kill myself. You know, I can't believe.
Hold on. I gotta say this.
No, I just realized what I said. I meant to say big up the Arsenal with it. That's what I meant to say. You know what I mean?
That's why I said it. That's why I said up the arse. Because
listen, why for that? Why for all of that? Why in that straight?
Pause on that, boy.
Yeah, pause.
Listen,
Yeah,
man,
why for that?
there's people. I woke up today, wallahi, like an hour ago. Woke up a little bit late, was out late. It was the game against Leeds. Obviously, you can already tell I was never going to watch that. And as soon as I wake up, I look at my phone, I see notifications, David Ornstein. I was like, oh, wish the, Rashford, da-da-da-da-da. Then I go on Twitter, and I see people crashing out. Oh, our midfield is bad. We can't hold up the ball against Leeds. We're so bad. And I'm like, that 1 month of, Casemiro lost weight. Look at the passing drills. They thought what 1 or 2 weeks of football with basically one signing, no outgoings, and all of a sudden we're gonna be prime Barca against Leeds. But then I get asked all the time, but Staffy, you don't think with Mbuemo and Cunha we're a top 5 team? No. And it took them 145 minute of football, not even the full game, for them to say, yeah. Amram is getting sacked. This team is finished. Yeah, this team is not good. This fan base, bro, wallahi, never fails to amaze me. But yeah, we're here. Thank you for having me. I didn't watch the game, so if anyone wants to ask me about the game, don't ask me. I know nothing about it, and I'm probably never going to look up this game. Neither do I care.
I do have some friends who know about the game and have some contacts inside. Apparently,
I'm sorry for them.
Yeah, apparently it was a decent performance from Leeds. They pressed you guys high. You guys obviously struggled in the midfield a lot. Again, same problem.
Started for us. So I
listen, as shameless as I am, I'll be honest with you. As shameless as I am, listen. At the end of the day, like preseason, like friendlies mean nothing. The year that we won the league, we literally lost every single preseason game. So preseason friendlies mean nothing.
Trust me, for us, it doesn't matter if it's preseason or not. Team is just shit.
I hear you. The only result that matters is Celtic are 3-0 up against Newcastle. Hey.
I feel like we're all going to hate on Newcastle this year.
And Isak takes an injury to not play as well. So let's go. You get me? Why not?
That team is annoying, man. Their fan base, I'm not going to lie, they're annoying. Have you noticed something? Can I tell you something about Newcastle? I was saying this to United fans last week. You know how they always try to beef us because their name is Newcastle United and we're Manchester United. So they always say, oh, who's the team we call United? You notice how and I want the chat to pay attention to this. Notice how every content creator for Newcastle calls United Man U. They don't like to say United. If you notice, they do that on purpose because they don't want you guys to call us United. They want to be called United. So notice this. They'll always sit here and they say Man U, Man U, Man U. They'll never say Man United. Weird fan base. I don't like them. Like, I've never had an issue with Newcastle.
It doesn't matter. Let's ask KJ his opinion. Also, you're a Man United fan, so your opinion doesn't matter. Big up to Fonzie. He says, big up Donisam, Staffy, and Arteta's nephew is what Fonzie is saying. Hey, big up Arteta's nephew. You get me? He's here already in his intro talking about up the arse. It's crazy, that fan base. It's mad. Big up to Pacharo. Says, Trey said Cunha is going to have a 007 performance. Hey, time will tell. It's too early, guys. Let's not. Guys, we are better than this. We're not going to mock a preseason game. It is what it is. So what? They lost, wallahi. Regardless, big up to you, Tyler Jones. Big up to 600 people already in the building. Please do hit the like button. Please subscribe. And I actually want to start off by Arsenal first. I want to talk about Arsenal, and then we'll work our way through to the league champs, and then we'll go all the way down to team 15th. I want to ask you your opinion, Solz, first, and then we start the stream with this. Do you think Arsenal are serious? Do you think Arsenal are going to be serious this season in the Premier League? Do you think they're going to be serious in terms of contention? How are you feeling about this season?
Yeah, look, we're coming towards the back end of the window now. So I think arguing about which players we should get, which players we should have got, I feel like we're past that now. We know we've got the majority of our signings in. Whether we make one more signing or not, I don't know. More than likely, this is everything. I think it just depends on how we end. If we end as it is today with Madueke, obviously Gyokeres, I'm assuming is going to come in, so I'll add him in. If we end with Gyokeres, Madueke, and then the two midfielders, and then a defender and a keeper, look, I think we've strengthened in areas, but I don't think the window for me has been good enough unless we get one more attacking forward, whether that's Eza, whether that's Rodrygo, no matter who it is, we need another strong attacking forward. That's going to be an upgrade on what we currently have, especially on that left wing side. Because for me, Madueke is not a left winger. So if we start the season tomorrow, we're still going in with Martinelli and Trossard as our left wing options, which I think is a problem. That's a big problem for us. So that means for me, I don't think we'll win the league at all. I don't think we have a choice or a chance of winning the league as the signings are today, right? I think we need one more attacking signing, especially on the left. The only two players that I think could really strengthen our starting lineup is Zubimendi and Gyokeres if he comes in. And yeah, man, look, I think it's so like, what's that word where you're happy but also pissed off at the same time? Like, it's a weird feeling that I have, because I'm happy because we've made signings and obviously, but I'm just not happy with the way we've approached things. We've dragged out this Gyokeres saga for how long now? This Madueke situation, he's looking like our only attacking signing on the wide areas. We've let go of TP, obviously, which we had to, and thank God he's gone. And we've obviously replaced him, which I'm happy with. But I just feel like we haven't strengthened enough in the attacking areas. And that's been our biggest problem for years and years and years, right? So our midfield's not really been an issue for a long time. Our defense has not been an issue for at least 2 or 3 years. Our attacking side is what was our biggest issue. And we haven't strengthened it enough, in my opinion. I cannot see where the goals are going to come from in terms of, if we get Gyokeres, yes, I can see where the goals are coming from. But where's the service to him? We have to rely on Odegaard to come back and have a great season next season. He was really bad, right? He was really bad last season, Odegaard. So we have to rely on him to come back into form. We then have to rely on our left wingers. In my opinion, we should have sold one of Trossard or Martinelli. We've sold nobody. We've sold nobody of value, right? We're still going into another season with Trossard and Martinelli. One of them has to go. And quite frankly, Martinelli offers more value in terms of how much we can get for him. But either one needs to go, man. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think we have enough firepower to challenge Liverpool, in my opinion, especially if they get Ekitike. Because if they get Ekitike, which I think that they will get, that gives them Ekitike, Wirtz, Frimpong, Gyokeres, right? And they've already won the league. So they're the current champions. So they already have a strong team. So it's like, I can't really see how we beat them to a Premier League title. And I just can't deal with another Martinelli and Trossard stinker for another year. I just can't deal with it. I really can't. But
fuck did Sam go?
I don't know. He's a fraud. Anyway, listen to what I'm saying. But
because I was looking at something else and I come back and I was like, it's just me and you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I'm seeing the chat saying, is this Staffy TV? Wallahi, I was just doing something on another tab. Like, I was listening to you, but I'm not looking. What the hell happened, Sam? Guys, welcome. Listen, welcome to a real host now.
Yeah,
It's
welcome
Staffy
to the
Solz.
exactly.
It's
Welcome
a
to
real
Staffy
show
and
now.
Solz. You know what I mean? We're the real. We are now the proud new owners of this channel. Yeah, Hooks is saying that you guys are favorite for the league is mind games. We're definitely not favorites for the league. We can win the league. I'm not saying we can't. We can win the league, but our likelihood is now less. Like, we're not going in.
Let me ask you a question. Why is that the likelihood now that you're not going to do it? Because I'll tell you this, Solz. I actually don't like talking about Arsenal no more. Because the minute I talk about Arsenal, I know I'm going to look at the chat or I'm going to look at the comments and people are going to come from my life. They talk about everything that has to do with me except for my football opinion. So when you say this, I'm like, wait, that's surprising because you're a positive Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
And you're saying this, but obviously now it's acceptable for you to say because you're an Arsenal fan. I'm not just surprised though. Why are you saying this? Because I have my reasons why I don't think Arsenal will win the league. Why do you think you're not going to win the league? Because you just mentioned all these signings. To make all these signings to say that's worrying.
Yeah, bro. The reason why, look, this has been one of our best windows as it is now if we get Gyokeres in a long time. It's been one of our best windows in the last 5-10 years at least, right? Because we've signed 6 players, right? But why I don't think we're favourites or we should win the league is because of the teams around us and how they've strengthened their squads. Liverpool are the current champions and they've made 2 or 3 attacking options. Sorry, they made 2 or 3 signings that are going to boost their starting 11. That's just fact, right? Gyokeres is going to boost us. So the point is why I don't think we can win the league. No, I think we can. I don't think we will. There's a big difference. I think if we are going to win the league, it's going to come down to the fact that we have a good manager, right? Mikel Arteta, who has proven that he can have good performances against big teams. I've seen him outclass PSG. I've seen him outclass Liverpool, Man City, Real Madrid. I've seen him play against most of the big teams in world football, and he's outclassed them tactically in one-on-one games. So we have to give our manager a bit of credit. And then we also have to respect the fact that our players have strengthened. But I just think, do we have enough firepower to outclass Liverpool? That's what I don't know. Because
So
last
Liverpool,
season, Staffy,
you only worry.
exactly, Liverpool. Because Staffy, last season, we were favourites, in my opinion. We should have won the league. We were favourites last season. No one knew Liverpool were going to win the league. No one even said anything about that.
It came out of nowhere. I agree.
Exactly. So, like, we were favourites last season.
Am I lagging or am I good?
No, you're not lagging. You're just not relevant anymore because me and Staffy have taken over the channel. So, nice to bring on Hussam as our guest. Hi,
People
Hussam.
approved the takeover. They said Staffy X Solz.
Anyway, go ahead, Staffy. أصغر منك قال لك "Wow, حبيبي, talking about irrelevant يا حبيبي, be quiet. The one that introduced you to the world, I introduced the world to him. The one that made the people know who you are, I introduced him to the world to begin with.
Fairs.
Go ahead.
Hey, listen, he used it as a stepping stone. Now Solz is global. So there you go.
Yeah. I would ask Saad on the streams, but he works. This guy's unemployed.
No, but Hussam, sorry, just to summarize quickly, yeah.
So you think you're serious, basically?
No. I think we can win.
But you think Liverpool is extra serious? That's your answer.
Yeah, but bro, wouldn't you also say so? Because you're the current champions and you've made attacking signings that have boosted your squad now.
Okay, I'll tell you my honest opinion on Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal have attacked the window strategically and strongly enough. Me, you, and Staffy had a conversation during the Madueke thing. And listen, prices matter, everything matter, right? We saw a week later my suggestion and Staffy's suggestion move to Leipzig for literally half the price. Johan Bakayoko moved to Leipzig for 25 million souls. And he's Champions League experienced. And he actually has a much higher ceiling than Madueke. So strategically, no one can do Madueke prop. I think Gyokeres is a fantastic signing. I think Zubimendi is a fantastic signing. The other four are literally all question marks. That's genuinely how I look.
Backups. The others are all backups. So I look at players in a ranking of how are they going to strengthen our starting 11 if everyone's fit. And the only two signings that strengthen our starting 11 is Zubimendi and Gyokeres. The others.
Okay, how about I ask you this question? You're talking about the league champs, right?
Okay.
Let's say I'm not even gonna go of extreme scenario. Hello, first of all, can you stop texting your side checks and focus on the stream, please?
I'm definitely focusing. I'm not texting
focus,
nobody.
Habibi, focus. That's why Arsenal didn't win the league. Lack of focus. So
Solz was texting chicks. That's
yeah,
why.
exactly. Yeah, that's why we didn't win the league. Apparently.
Yeah, that's why.
I was texting Arteta.
Okay, let me ask you this question. I'm gonna give you very complete, what is the word that Mo uses? Plausible scenario. You know, nothing crazy. Let's say Liverpool sign Ekitike, sell Diaz, buy Rodrygo. Name the Arsenal players that would start in the Liverpool starting 11.
But that's disingenuous because I'm gonna name a lot.
Name.
Okay. I think I think Timber's better than Frimpong. I think Gabriel is better than Kanate. I'd put Van Dijk over Saliba. Skelly and Gyokeres is close. I think they were two of the three best left backs in the league last season on form with Robinson. So you can put anyone there if you like. But I'm going to go with Skelly because I'm an Arsenal fan. So I would say Skelly, Gabriel, Timber, and I'd give you Alisson on form. And then in midfield, I'd go with a three of... I'd go with Rice. I'd go with Gravenberch, and I'd go with Wirtz.
Okay, fair.
And I'd go with Gyokeres if you get Ekitike because I think Gyokeres is better. I would go Diaz at left wing. Assuming Diaz because I don't think you're going to get Rodrygo as of today.
Wait, you don't think you're going to get Eze?
No. This is what I'm saying. No. I mean, that's
Whoa,
not gonna
whoa,
start.
whoa. You don't think you're going to get Eze?
No, I'm worried that this is it for our business now.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
concerned
So you're saying you're going to sign Gyokeres and khalas, that's it?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. If that's the window we have, then I think we're going to struggle because we're going into another season with Martinelli and Trossard on the left, and then I'd probably say Salah.
If you go another season with Martinelli and Trossard on the left-hand side, that's literally like you're asking to struggle, basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, what's the plan here? Because I feel like we haven't made enough attacking signings in its final third. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like Gyokeres only and Madueke, who in my opinion is not going to be anywhere near what we want him to be. If he's on the right, he's never going to play. If he's on the left, he's not good enough to be a left winger. So either way, that signing I've spoken about a million times. I'm not going to go back into it. But I'd say we get a lot of defensive players into your starting 11. We get one midfielder in your starting 11. And we probably get Gyokeres and Saka and Salah. You can basically pick who you like. I think Salah's better.
Saka, you cannot say Saka and Salah pick who you like. We all know the answer is Salah right now.
No.
It's not. 7 years.
It's not. No, it's not a straightforward answer. Actually,
it really is straightforward.
In their careers,
you're going to sit up here and argue the person who won the Playmaker Award and the Golden Boot and the PFA Player of the Season and the Premier League Player of the Season.
Are you willing to listen to my argument? Are you willing to listen to my argument? I'm saying to you, I think Salah's better. Right, and I think in his career they can't be compared because Salah's one of the greatest Premier League players of all time. But I think right now, as of going into a next season, I don't know how Salah's going to be. He's getting old. He doesn't run as much. Yes, he's still very efficient. But in terms of off the ball work, in terms of tracking back, in terms of energy, in terms of heat maps, Saka offers more, in my opinion, other than goals and assists. That's just the honest truth. But that's not disrespect to Salah. Salah's older now. So I would still take Saka. If you offered me both players tomorrow and both of them didn't play for Arsenal, and you told me Saka or Salah, I'll pick Saka for next season.
Everyone in the chat, regardless who you support, because I see even Chelsea fans in the chat, I see City fans in the chat, Newcastle fans in the chat. You have the opportunity to watch one player play right wing at your football club next season. Who are you taking, Salah or Saka?
Saka offers more. Salah's better.
Is your name Chat? Is your name Chat? Your name is not Chat.
We have a bunch of Liverpool fans. He's a Liverpool.
No, it's not a bunch of. I will. Okay, you see this Dino guy? Ask Staffy. He's literally a Chelsea fan. He's literally a Chelsea fan. I'll tell you right now. By the way, not. I'm gonna put up non-Liverpool fan comments. See, this also see City Kevin De Bruyne. There you go. I'll put up all of them that don't even support like Liverpool Football Club. You look at everyone's saying Salah. You don't know why? Because you're a fraud. That's
do you understand my argument? But do you understand my argument? Or are you just going to call me?
Your argument is wrong because Salah provides goals. Here you go. See, Arsenal fan. If we had Salah last year, we win the league because Salah provides goals.
Who knows? If Saka didn't get injured,
the only thing that Saka now. The only thing that Saka maybe now has over Salah is dribbling. That's it. Nothing else.
What about tracking back?
Who cares about a winger tracking back?
It depends on the system you play.
This is why you don't win anything because you make this
It depends on the system you play. If you're not willing to
wingers tracking back. Yani imagine, hey, who's better, Messi or Ronaldo? Which one tracked back? Imagine. What kind of silly logic is this? Honestly, Arsenal fans have ruined football for us. They've ruined this whole sport.
You're just not willing to understand football.
You categorically ruined the whole sport. You just asked which winger is better at tracking back. Correct. Are you mad?
Correct. Because the way we play, we need our wingers to track back. So why would I take Salah? He's not going to track back. Look, I'm not the guy that
why are you quiet? Why? We have to speak.
No.
I cannot do this anymore.
Tracking back as an attribute, bro. I mean, what happened to the beautiful game?
Please. No, but Staffy.
Better than that.
I said Salah's better. I'm just saying for my team next season, I think Salah's better. I'm not deluded. I'm not going to come out and say Saka's better than Salah. I'll never say that because Salah is better. What I'm saying though is that our wingers, right, are younger. They track more, and Saka, in my opinion, in his overall game, offers more. I've seen Salah so many times. Okay, so Staffy, how many times last season?
Smoking?
Wait, I have a question. How many times last season did you see Salah do nothing for 70 minutes, get 2 chances, and
I
score them.
understand. I
How many
understand what you
times
mean.
did you see him do that?
Salah, okay, I understand what you mean. When Salah has an empty GNA game, he basically has an empty game in general. When Saka has an empty GNA game, it doesn't mean that he had a bad game. I understand
Exactly.
that.
That's what
But
I'm
it
trying to say
doesn't
to you. Big
mean,
offers
it doesn't
more.
take away, listen, it doesn't take away the impact, because when your GNA is the most in the league, then yes, it's a fair trade-off. I'd rather have someone who can walk around for 60 minutes and then turn it up in 30 minutes and win me the game. It depends on what your team needs. But what's the point of this conversation anyways? Because like Saka, listen, no matter, I like Saka, and I said last season, especially after that Madrid back-to-back game, I thought that he took a step up in his career. I was like, you know what, we need to start respecting him a little bit more. But what's the point of doing this? Like, are we just comparing who has the best right winger for what like, what's the reason for this?
What kind of arguments that we would literally have won the league?
Because his
based on what?
argument,
Based on
because
what?
I was trying to look at how serious Arsenal are in this transfer window. His combined 11 was actually fair. He didn't say anything crazy. I agree with most of it. Like, I think it's fair. The only I would put out Gravenberch and put McAllister instead. That's the only thing I would change. And obviously left back would be Gyokeres over Lewis Kelly. But other than that, he made a fair combined 11. And then when he got to Salah and Saka, he's like, "Oh, Salah is better, but it's close." I'm like, "It's not close."
I said,
like,
pick who you like.
It's not close though. And you want to know some? Yes, like last season, right? Must-win game against Brighton at home. This is why Staffy's point right now is correct. Must-win game, Liverpool versus Brighton at home. I think Arsenal had just lost the game before, stuff like this. We're 1-0 down to Brighton. Kadioglu scores. Literally, in the matter of 5 minutes, Salah scores a goal and gets an assist, and we win the game. Khalas, you did your job as a forward. Like, if you, by the way, that's why my energy is consistent. You tell me right now you can have Haaland or Isak. I choose Haaland because goals win you games. And actually, as an Arsenal fan, you're the type of
take.
and you're the type of fan, as an Arsenal fan, that should say that goals win you games, because that's what Chelsea fans label against Saka. That's what Arsenal, what City fans label against Saka. Like, oh, he's only a GA merchant. He's not as good as a dribbler as Palmer. He's not as good technically as Foden. But me, I keep the same energy for everyone. You can ask everyone in the chat right now. They'll tell you. I say Saka's better than Palmer and better than Foden because of his efficiency in front of goal. But when it comes to efficiency, like, Saka's here, but Salah is here when it comes to efficiency. Like, his goal scoring is such a game winner for us. And the perfect example of that is actually even against your own club. Away at Arsenal, we're 2-1 down, and literally he just scores a goal in the 86th minute. We leave there with a point. There's so many examples of it, of him doing stuff like this. Now back to Arsenal, because you've embarrassed yourself in the Salah argument. Back to Arsenal. What can Arsenal do from now to the end of the window for you to say we're serious?
Sign Eze. Or Rodrygo.
Okay, and if you do sign Eze, then what would you say? Like, how would you feel about next season?
Then I'd say that we have just as much of a chance of winning the league as Liverpool or Man City. So I'd say it's a 3-horse race, but all 3 can definitely win it, and all 3 are serious enough to win it. But without Eze, I think we can still win it, but I think we're unlikely to, because the current league champions have also strengthened their team. That's a fair take, because in my opinion, if we don't get Eze, right? Yes, that's how you say his name, Eze. It's not Eze, you know what I mean? Don't have to say his name. But anyway.
Yeah, we want to say Eze. Let it be.
That's fine. I'm telling you how to say his name, though. So if you choose to say it a different way, it's up to you, because you can call him what you like.
Are you calling us camel riders?
No, I'm not. I'm calling you whatever you want to say. Call whatever. I'm saying if you don't know how to say the guy's name, learn how to say his name.
Camel riders.
Because everyone should have the respect to say a guy's name properly. Okay? So anyway, Eze, if we get Eze, I think we're serious. I think he offers a lot through the middle. I think he offers a lot on the left, Hussam and Staffy. I feel like if Odegaard's having a bad game, if Martinelli's having a bad game, he's a very good asset to play in the central and out wide as well. So I feel like we need him, and he's a very good tool to turn us into a serious club this season. But without him, I feel like going into another season with Odegaard, Martinelli, and Trossard, we can't rely on their form to be up to date, which means that we're going to struggle.
Staffy, do you see any world in which Arsenal win the league next season? Yes.
Wallah, I'm tired. Wallah, I'm tired. No, I don't.
Go ahead.
I just don't think it's going to happen. Can they? Yes. Will they? No. I don't trust Arteta. with all these signings that he's going to be able to integrate them. Every week I say this, not every week, sorry, every stream I say this. All these signings that we're talking about, I think on paper they're all wonderful. I like Eze. I personally have never been like a huge fan of Eze. I still think he's a good player. Gyokeres, I don't think they'll get Rodrygo. But even when the ones they just got Zubamendi and all that, these are decent signings. However, I keep reminding people, you don't just bring in Gyokeres, you drop him into this team instead of Havertz, and you don't switch up the tactics or switch up the way he plays, because he plays completely different than Havertz. Havertz is more of a midfielder that plays in a holding 9 position. You got Gyokeres, who likes to play like a winger sometimes, drift wide. He likes to run in behind a lot, relies on his pace, on his physicality. Eze is completely different than Martinelli. Martinelli's a lot quicker, just touchline winger, just running up and tracking back. One of Solz's favorite attributes, someone who just tracks back. Eze might be a little bit lazier when it comes to that, especially when you put him in a big team and you're going to ask him to do a little bit more defending. But he's a much better creator. He's a creator who plays on the left. So you bring him in, those are instant improvements on the players that you have, but you got to switch up the way they play. And I don't think he will. I don't think Arteta's going to be able to find a chemistry to get this new midfield with Zubamendi in it and put Eze in the left, who can play as a creator, and then Gyokeres, who, as I said, he just plays completely different than what you're used to with Havertz. And he's going to get all that clicking to win. If he does, fair enough. If he does that, it probably means he won the league and he's probably manager of the year. I just don't think he will. I think over the years of watching Arteta, I don't think he's a very good attacking coach. I keep saying this. Igal gets offended when I say this. He's just the football Tibbs. He's just Tibbs in football.
Okay, so what?
He's a good defensive manager, but he's not a good attacking manager.
Okay, that's fine. So then why? Okay, so then Staffy, why then? Can you explain to me in two of his last?
Actually,
wait, I have a question. Wait, I have a question.
He's
Why?
a good coach, but he just doesn't take you over the hump. That's why.
And
No,
they
no,
both
no,
don't
no.
rotate as well.
No. So if he's not a good attacking coach, why is it 2 out of the last 3 seasons that he's managed Arsenal, he had one of the most high scoring teams in Europe?
Sure, you can have quality up front. That's fine. I'm not saying he's a shit attacking coach. I just
But
don't
we had
think
no
that's his
quality up front.
specialty. So to me, I'll tell you what. I look at the way that you guys play, and I feel like there's sometimes where you kind of limit your attackers. So you could score a lot of goals, but it doesn't mean you're getting best out of all your attackers. And I'll give you an example. Saka's an example. I feel like Saka could play a little bit better if he's asked to maybe track a little bit less and just express himself going a little bit forward. That's what Salah does. Remember Salah's conversation with what's his name? Arne Slot? And he told Arne Slot, he was like, listen, I can track back if you want me to, but I'm not going to give you the amount of goals that I score every season if you ask me to do that. I feel like if he gives it an attack, a little bit more attacking fluidity, you could do that. Let's be honest. One of the reasons you score a lot of goals, and that's actually a compliment, but it has nothing to do with your attack. You do score a lot of goals from your midfield and your backline. I mean, when you have a center back that scores about 5 headers a season, I know 5 goals doesn't sound like a lot, but for a center back, that's a lot. Like, that's more than what John Terry and Vidic used to give United and Chelsea on a season, you know? So you can score a lot of goals. Marino, how many goals did Marino score when he played up top last season? And to be fair, to be honest, fair enough. That was one of the biggest surprises I've seen last season. That you put a DM in the 9 and you start box crashing and scoring all these goals. Fair enough. I just don't think with the way that I've seen you guys play, you don't have the attacking fluidity that you should have with potentially now with better players as well. Maybe that improves. I don't know. I just feel like Arteta, because of the way he sets up his team, he's more focused on attackers who track back and keep shape rather than attackers that express themselves and do their thing. You know, so I don't know. I don't think he's gonna get the best out of them.
Yeah, look, I agree with you that this season.
By the way, that doesn't mean that Gyokeres comes in and he's a bust and he scores like 5 goals. I just don't think he's gonna score 20 plus like people think.
Yeah, no. Look, I think I agree that
You don't think he's going to score 20 plus? Damn.
No, I think he scores 20 goals now.
No, I think he has to score 20 goals. I think he has to.
Well, he has to for the type of signing. He has to for the sake of Arteta, because if you do sign a striker who scored 50 goals last season, or whatever it is, you'd hope that he at least scores half of that in the Premier League, considering the Premier League is at least as half as difficult as as double the difficulty as the Portuguese league. I just don't think he will, and that's not necessarily this. In my defense, I always talk about the rarity of strikers who score 20 goals. It doesn't happen a lot. I feel like people over talk about it. Like players who score 20 a season, I feel like we talk about there's a lot of them when there's really not. Like if you look at the last few years, the only consistent players to always crack 20 every year was Harry Kane before he left, Haaland, and Mo Salah. That's it. No one else consistently cracks 20, which is why, as an example, when United signed Mbuemo, I was like, he just scored 20 and you guys are complaining that we paid 65 million for him. He's only one of 5 players to do that. Go ahead and pay the money. I don't talk about 20 goals like they're nothing, like everyone else. I feel like everyone thinks it's just easy to score 20.
No, it's not. It's not.
I think on average, if you get 3 players a season that score 20, that's a good number.
And our last striker to score 20 was Aubameyang, right? So I understand that he.
Last one for us to score 20 was Robin van Persie. Look how long ago was that?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
saying.
It's hard, but that's why you spend the big money. And I feel like for us to win the league, if we have a chance to win the league, we need Gyokeres to score 20 goals. That's number one. And number two, Arteta has to get away from this mentality that he adopted last season. I still don't know why he did that, where he focused more on defense and he played a very defensive game where he'd go out for the first 20, 30 minutes attack. And if we were 1-0 up after half time, he'd sit back in the second half and invite pressure. We need to stop that. We need to stay on the front foot. We need to attack. We need to make sure that we're utilizing our wide forwards. We need to, and this is why we need a left winger. This is why, because we need somebody to be able to play in that wide forward position to affect the game. Now, look, why I think we shouldn't probably sell Martinelli. If we had a chance to sell Martinelli or Trossard, I'd probably still go with Trossard to sell, because if we lose Martinelli, we basically have no pace. We have no more pace in our team. Like Martinelli,
keep him.
Yeah, because he's our only source of pace, regardless of his ability to finish and his end product. I feel like he's our only player.
I think you're going to be forced to keep him, actually, because you're going to sell Trossard and then you need left wing backup as well.
I don't mind. If we sell Trossard, I'm happy. But I'm saying we need to sell somebody on that left side if we are going to be able to fund Eze or you know what I mean. So I feel like we need an outlet and we need to strengthen that area. And Arteta really, and again with this new coach, again I don't know, but we can't go into another season playing defensive football because it's not going to work, and we've seen it. And our problem last year was
did you just call the Eze signing just as bad as Madueke? That's crazy.
Yeah,
you know, I got love for you. You're even an Arsenal fan, so you're saying this about your own club, but this is crazy, my brother.
No. I get why he's saying it, by the way, and the reason why he's saying it, and I've heard this argument before, is because Eze traditionally is a central player, and Odegaard's our captain, and he won't be dropped. So what he's saying is,
I want to say one thing. Look,
no, hold on, let me just land.
16 GA in 34 games playing for Crystal Palace. I'm sorry, he plays at Arsenal. He even gets 10 goals, 10 assists. That's 20 GA from left wing, right there.
No, but Hussam, he's saying if we have to play Eze out of position, it's another situation where we're signing a player who's not fit to play in his speciality. He's not playing in that one position where we could have gone and signed a player in that one position. So it's similar to Madueke in terms of positioning and the type of profile, but he's not.
Yeah, but I think you guys are way too stuck on like the specific position because what's it called? Arsenal are not going to play with left 10 and right 10. They play with left wing and right wing. We get that his natural position is a 10, but not everyone plays in their natural position. Bobby Firmino played false 9 for us. He ain't a false 9. He played false 9 for Liverpool Football Club. Jordan Henderson played defensive midfielder for a year. Trent was a midfielder and he was played at right back. So you look at all these situations and you have to think about it. You have to figure it out. You have to go like, okay, genuinely now, if I take a player that's playing left 10 at Crystal Palace, he can play left wing at Arsenal. And if he just improves his GA output by just 2 goals and 2 assists only, playing for a much more offensive side and a much better side than Crystal Palace, that immediately gives Arsenal the opportunity to have someone who has 20 GA down the left-hand side, which is massive. That's way better than Trossard. That's way better than Martinelli. I don't think it's similar to Madueke at all. Madueke scored 4 goals in one game and 3 in the other 31.
Yeah, it's not similar in quality of player, but it's a similar scenario in terms of buying a player to play him in a position where he's not naturally suited. If Arteta wants to play Madueke on the left and playing Eze on the left, both of them are not left wingers. They're both different quality players. They score a different amount of goals and they're at different stage of their careers. So, but I think in terms of positioning, I get it. If Arsenal want to sign a pure left winger to play left wing and Odegaard is not going to get dropped, then you're better off going for someone like Rodrygo, who's going to be a pure and outer left winger. Rather
Now
than,
the truth comes out. You want
But that's
my
just fact,
guy,
though.
huh? Stay off. Stay
No,
off,
no, no.
Habibi.
Listen,
Stay
you
off,
guys,
Farhan.
listen. Do you know what Liverpool keep doing? For every 2 weeks, they change their like love for a new player. It was Isak. Oh, we love Isak. We're gonna get Isak. Then Isak's quieting down.
You
And
talk
then
about
now it's
Liverpool,
Rodrygo.
section. Why you want to talk about Liverpool?
It's not that because you guys think
In
you,
2 minutes, 3 minutes, we'll switch to Liverpool, Habibi. Don't worry.
that's fine, but you guys think that you guys can get any player in the world. You're not, just chill out, right?
Whoa. Good question. Are you one of the people who thinks Odegaard is finished?
No. I think it's so bad to say Odegaard's finished because in his last 3 seasons, 2 of them were very good world-class seasons. Last season, he dropped off massively compared to the 2 before that. And Odegaard had a 3-month injury. He was injured. He also was recovering after the injury. So I'm going to give him a blight for last season, but he needs to come back on form next season. We need him back because without him, we are lost because he was really bad last season, really bad. But he's not finished. I still think he's our captain. I still wouldn't sell him. I still wouldn't replace him. And I still think he can get back to having the seasons he was having in 2020, in 2023 and 2022, where he was really good for Arsenal.
Okay. Let me just grab a couple of these super chats before we move on, talk about Liverpool. A big up to everyone who just joined us from the football terrace. We already have 1,000 people in here even before the redirect, and now more and more people will walk in. So big up to all of you guys. We're growing together as a community rapidly. We're doing a lot of work. And I've got Dan Potts coming tonight on the channel as well. And I'm working on getting troops on the channel, inshallah. And there's more big names appearing on the channel, inshallah, during this week. So I promise you guys, you hit that subscribe button, you're going to get a lot of unbelievable content. So please do slap the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you right here, right now, please like, please subscribe. Keep getting involved in chat. And thank you so much for 55.7K. We're on the road to 56K, and we can only get there with you guys' help. I'm not asking for any money. Send in those super chats, guys. If you know, you know. I'm asking you for the like button, which is free. So close the live chat and hit the like button. My 1 season wonder going into year 9 is what Fonzie's saying. Hey, they called him a 1 year wonder 9 years ago. And now all these awards later, they've been silenced. Big up to Lee Murphy. Damn, you're getting insulted in Thailand. Salah all day long, you deluded gooner. You're the reason your team wins. Fuck all.
You might be that might be the first insult I've gotten from someone from Thailand. But yeah, big up Thailand anyway.
I can't listen. It's good. You get insulted from the whole world. Saka offers more, not goals or assists, but more. Lol.
So now it's all about stats. I love this now. But then when they're using the Hazard Salah comparisons, they're saying, "Oh, but Hazard offers something else other than goals and assists. Salah's a GA merchant. Oh, Hazard's a different sort of player."
Here's the thing. Chelsea fans claim that Hazard offers more things than goals and assists, and they bring up something football related. You brought up tracking back. Do you understand the difference?
I didn't only bring up tracking back. I said he runs more in the field.
Okay, you have the mic. What is Saka better than Salah at? Go ahead.
I just told you he's better in tracking back, which is important for our system. He runs more on the pitch. He links up play better. Okay, link up play. So what are we gonna say now? Because you guys are laughing and clapping your hands. He links up play better.
I quit.
Why
Point A is his first point is he tracks back. His second point is work rate. Man, that's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing because when you're running,
why he not score? Because he's fucking 15 years younger.
I don't understand. Exactly, that was my point.
That's why he runs.
You guys don't want to hear it.
He needs some milk.
Yeah, don't ever play the milk meme ever again. Don't ever play the milk meme again. Whoever played that, man said he needs some milk. Listen.
You do need some milk. Get some calcium injected into your body, wallahi. You need some calcium, brother.
You guys are such frauds. You guys are such
He runs more on the pitch. Oh,
yeah, he runs more.
He does. He works. His work rate is a lot higher.
That makes
work rate is the same thing. انت بدك تلعب معنا. It's the same word.
You're not willing to understand. He runs more. He tracks back more. He links up play better. And in my opinion, he's a better passer as well. And he's a better dribbler. Yes.
better passer than Salah. استغفر الله العظيم واتوب اليه يا رب اغفر لنا ذنوبنا.
If you're not willing to,
I don't know if I can back all these things.
if you're not willing to accept it, then that's your choice, Sam.
I don't know what's a better passer. Salah's outside of the boot pass that he does about 3 times a game, and one of them usually gets an assist. That alone is enough for me to say he's a better passer.
Yeah, in that type of pass, but I think Salah.
You realize Salah's passing over the last 3 years has been so good. He's like he's the biggest big chance creator in the league for like 3 years in a row. You know this, right?
No. But I agree with that. But I'm saying his catalog of passing in terms of even like corners, for example, Saka's corners are elite. That's why we score so many corners.
He takes corners.
Okay,
guys, Saka's better than Salah.
Is that not a pass?
He takes corners and he tracks back.
Wait, is that not a pass? I'm confused. Is that not a pass?
Arteta fried his brain, is what Faris is saying. Khalas, take the L. Wallahi, you are drowning. Big up to A. Leos, who says, so with your logic, Neto is better than Salah because he tracks back and he offers more.
No, but his numbers aren't close to Salah, so you can't say that.
Saka's numbers not close to Salah either.
No, but Saka's got 30 plus GA consistently for a long time, so don't try and act like Saka's numbers are. No. For 2 seasons... For 2 out of his last, I think 3 or 4 seasons, he's got 30 plus GA in all competitions. Don't compare.
Salah got 30 plus GA in 9 seasons in a row.
Exactly, but why are you going back 9 years? I already told you historically you can't compare them. You can't compare them.
Salah was winning PFA Player of the Year when Saka was still left back. Big up to you, Alio.
But you're comparing history again.
Gyokeres will turn 8 of those 14 draws into wins. Fair enough. Listen, I rate Gyokeres highly. You get me? So yeah, that's
based on what? 8 of 14 draws. Why can you rely on him to win 18 games based on what?
By the way, guys, it's just come out on Twitter now that Norgard scored a bicycle kick in Arsenal's 3-0 win over Watford today.
Awesome.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm just giving updates.
Did you sign him to score goals? I thought you signed him to be the Jorginho replacement.
Well done.
We're not getting back into that.
Norgard is better than Partey. He scores goals. Big up to Cypher, says Staffy, as long as you're a free agent, rep Chelsea.
Guys, listen, I have a lot of offers. I got an offer from Monaco. I got an offer from Barcelona just this morning. I'm still a free agent. I'm going to assess my options. Me and my agent are going to speak about this, and we'll make a decision soon. You'll get the here we go soon.
Hussam, pass me a cigarette, my brother. This guy. Here you go. Listen, I cannot.
That's fine. If you're not willing to hear it, don't smoke. Smoking's not good for you.
When I play with when I do streams with these Arsenal fans, bro. First, I had Sam tell me Newcastle will play 4-4-2, worst take in history of football. A week later, 6 days later, telling me Saka offers more because he tracks back, he runs more, and he takes corners.
But Hussam, there's a lot of arguments you lot are not willing to understand.
You know who can do all those things?
Wait,
Hussam,
wait. Look, first of all, I said that Salah's better. I just said for our system, I would prefer Saka for the reasons that I gave. Anyway, there's a hold on. There's a lot of
it's better.
I've said before, Arteta, in my opinion, is better than Slot. And people will laugh at me and go, "How can you say Arteta is better than Slot?" But I have my reasons away from just Slot has won a Premier League, Arteta hasn't. But in terms of a coach and a manager, Arteta is a better manager. He manages game better. His style of play is better. So if you guys are not willing to understand the context of a situation, then what do you want me to say? I don't understand. And now I've got people in the comments saying, "So shout out your dealer." Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Every time I stream with you, I get confused on what we're doing. We just go for so many different topics: Saka versus Salah, Arteta versus Slot. Arsenal are not going to win. I just don't know what we're talking about right now.
He's asking me the questions. He's asking me the questions. I said he asked me to do a combined 11. I said one statement, and he dug deeper into it. Tell me why.
Yeah, I dug deeper because no one.
He said when you lagged out, he said he doesn't think Arsenal are good enough to beat Liverpool for the league. So if he asks him for a combined 11, he's definitely going to put more Liverpool players. Like he's not going to do what you know. Terry's so funny, by the way. He keeps saying Arsenal have better midfield than Chelsea, and yesterday he said he named the midfield, the combined midfield he would take. He picked 2 Chelsea players and 1 Arsenal. Yet he thinks the Arsenal midfield is better.
Now the Chelsea midfield is better. Definitely.
But anyways, if you ask Solz, he's gonna give you a combined 11 of Liverpool. So what's the point?
He actually gave a fair combined 11, and then he said Saka and Salah is close, and then he got cooked. In English, sometimes less means more, and vice versa. Facts. Listen, if someone gets me consistent goals, consistent assists, khalas. Like, I don't care about the rest of the things. So Norgard is your new midfielder / striker for next season. Yeah. Now, if they have a striker crisis, they can play Norgard up top because he scores bicycle kicks.
So
And that's
according
why
to Solz, if
was
Norgard
right.
plays in the midfield and he loses the ball and he doesn't win the ball and he's just not doing the midfield functionalities well, we're gonna forgive him because he scored a bicycle kick in preseason.
I'll
Factual.
always forgive players for scoring goals. Goals are the hardest thing to do.
Okay.
Oh, goals are the hardest thing to do, not tracking back anymore. I think it's
But I didn't say tracking back was more important. These guys are manipulators. I've said that Salah's better.
You guys, خلاص. Wallahi, you have
Use it your own words.
Big up everyone. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Go subscribe to Staffy TV. It's in the description. Also going to be redirecting over there. Go subscribe to Saad's Football Corner, who introduced us to Solz. I introduced Saad to the world. You get me? So
Yeah, who
hit the
cares
like.
for Sad? Sad thinks Arsenal should go for a
I
video.
was
Don't
actually
subscribe to Sad.
I was actually talking about football before I was on Sad's Football Corner.
I said who
And you know what, man?
introduced
Solz
you,
talks
so.
about football better than Sad. How about that? Yalla. Hold that Sad.
Yeah,
You have
I
to
can't
look
lie
pro.
to you. Not
Sad's
after
a pro.
today. Not after today. I don't know which is the worst take. Saka's better because he tracks back, or Newcastle.
I didn't say he's better. You're lying. I didn't say he's better. I said
You
Salah's
can go
better.
either or, you know? One is really bad, the other is really bad.
I still can't believe he said he tracks back and he runs more. Like, what does run more mean?
Track back.
What is that? Daniel James did nothing but run for United, and he was shit. He just ran.
Yeah. He's a great runner. Scott McTominay ran as well. Big up to all of you guys. Anyway, as I was saying, hit the like button, subscribe. Please go subscribe to Staffy TV. It's in the description. Go subscribe to Saad Football Corner. Let's talk Liverpool Football Club. And I think it's interesting to talk about Liverpool with the rivals because
Can we talk about Mbuemo? Because I'm not guaranteed to be here for long. And I know that's one of your topics.
خليهم يحضروا البث تبعك.
طيب ماشي.
شايف؟ تاكتكس حبيبي.
صح عشان حتى لو ما اتكلمناش عليه يجوا يسمعوني هناك. انت بتفهم.
يا سلام كيف ذكي حبيبي 4 سنين يوتيوب حبيبي خبره
والله بتفهم والله بتفهم.
خبره عشان تعرف بس. Here's the thing. There's no way both Solz' takes are mad coincidence. You wanna know what the other Solz said on Wednesday? Havertz is better than Gyokeres. I give up.
So said that.
The other Solz, not
I
the
don't know.
Solz.
I don't know.
No,
I
I know
don't
the other
I don't
Solz.
know any other
the other
Solz.
Solz
I know
too.
me.
So he
and-
thinks Havertz is better than Gyokeres.
Yeah.
أعوذ بالله.
Yeah. Anyway, Staffy, you have very interesting opinions on Ekitike, so I want the world to listen to your opinions on Ekitike. Don't do this now because he's linked to us. Say the truth. That's people know you as a truth speaker. Go ahead. Speak the truth to people.
Well, I forgot we were going to talk about this today, man. Listen, I like to call him... Well, I sometimes mistake in his name. Sometimes I forget his name is Ekitike. I like to call him Wemby because he's the football Wemby. And if you don't watch basketball, you're not going to get that reference. He's Victor Wembanyama, just a little bit shorter, and just put him on a football pitch. The guy just can do everything, bro. The fact that he's the closest to a complete striker in this whole market than anyone else. You know, people talk about his conversion rate, which, to be fair, it is not that great. He doesn't have a great conversion rate, you know. But the guy's a great dribbler, great passer, very, very, very high IQ. I mean, like, bro, Tom Little, the little rat, the fraud. I saw him tweet yesterday saying that now he's opened up to idea of Ekitike joining. But about a month ago, I kept saying I want Ekitike at United and not Gyokeres. And Tom Little, I remember he's like, no, stop. And he was like, basically that, like, oh, that's not a good take, you know. Ekitike, bro, listen, if he goes to Liverpool, it's wraps up, bro. It's finished for everyone. Because this guy, like, when you look at all his underlying metrics, they're so identical to Isak. He's so similar to Isak at Sociedad. And even Isak at Sociedad, he didn't really have the best scoring rate. He wasn't bagging like 20 plus season. And he went, I think if I remember correctly, he went to Newcastle for 70 mil. And look at him now, like 2-3 years later. I think he went 3 years ago. His price has doubled. I look at Ekitike and he kind of struggled a little bit at PSG before he went to Frankfurt. But look at his relationship with Omar Marmoush. And this is why I really wanted him at United. I said, if we buy Mbuemo, we need to buy Ekitike. Because the way you have Mbuemo being the direct goal scorer in your team, because I think Mbuemo could be that in our team. He could be the guy that finishes with the most goals. So go get an Ekitike, someone who just knows how to do everything. He knows how to run in behind. He knows how to hold up play. He's tall as well. I think he's 6'3", so he's good in the air. He does a little bit of everything. Finishing, that's the one thing that strikers can improve over time. Like the older a striker gets, the wiser they become, and they can become better finishers. But when you're at 22, 23, and you're able to dribble, you're able to pass, you're able to do all these things that a striker does. He can drift wide. He can play central areas. He's very, very, by the way, he's very, very clever in the box. He has the signature move where sometimes he'll get the ball and he'll lay it off with one pass, like one touch, to set up another guy for a goal. That's his signature move. When you watch him and you watch everything he does, if your only concern about him is that his finishing rate is not that high, wallahi, that is the last thing you should worry about, because it's easier to improve that than everything else. If a striker doesn't know how to hold up the ball or doesn't know how to dribble or is just not intelligent, these are things that unfortunately at that age you can't improve. But when you just don't score as much as you should, sometimes strikers like this, with the flick of the switch, they're like, you know what? This season I'm going to become a little bit more selfish and I'm going to shoot more, or I'm going to focus on my finishing, and they go and focus on their off season on becoming better finishers. That is the only thing that Ekitike lacks. If you guys get him for anywhere around 60 to 70 million, I know it seems like it's a lot. I think it's going to be a steal, because I look at all his underlying metrics, and wallahi, all his underlying metrics tells me that he's going to be a top striker one day. He just needs to play in the right team with the right players. If you put him next to Salah, wallah lazim, Salah might have to play, like he might not even have to do as much. Because I think this is the closest he'll get in a relationship than what he had with Firmino. Because Firmino was very, very good at doing everything that I just described. So if Ekitike can live up to that, then you have something on your hands. And I think that's actually the perfect combination for him. I always say this: it's not a coincidence that Ekitike went to Frankfurt, and in 1 year, Marmoush's numbers went from here to here. Obviously, Marmoush has to be good enough to score all these goals. But when you look at his relationship with Ekitike, a big reason why he scored all these goals is because he played next to a striker like him. When you have a direct attacker and you have Ekitike, that's a perfect combination. Ekitike is basically going to supply this attacker with everything. So even when he's not giving you 20 goals a season, let's say he's giving you 12 to 15, he could play next to someone that he can easily help to score 25 to 30. And that's easily what he's going to get.
If Liverpool
it's a great signing of Abs at Liverpool.
How do you think a front four of Wirtz, Salah, Ekitike, and Rodrygo would look?
It would be perfect, because Rodrygo works a lot off the ball. I mean, like when Solz likes to talk about wingers who work off the ball, whatever, he does do a lot of that. So that's one thing I like about Rodrygo. And that's probably why Rodrygo didn't even succeed at Madrid, because Rodrygo doesn't have that ego about him. He's not the star player. Don't look at him and he's like, he's my franchise player. They made Vinny that. But I look at Rodrygo, he's more of a team player. He has the individuality. He could score, he could shoot. He's very good on the dribble. But when you ask him to play a tactical role where, like, this is where I need you positioned, this is where I need you to be when we don't have the ball, this is where I need you to be when we get the ball, I need you to play the ball in these areas. He's very good. And like, I think he's a manager's dream in terms of a tactical player. Every manager loves like a certain player who just follows the tactics. Rodrygo does that. When you have Rodrygo on one side, and then you have on the right side where Mohamed Salah, obviously, listen, at this age, I don't expect him to start tracking back. He's never been that. But when you have him doing a little bit less defensive duties, but you have everyone else around him working, I look at that midfield, that front four, it's scary, bro. Like, I don't even, like, I'm not trying to, it's not a pun. I'm not trying to do the, oh my God, Liverpool are scary, like I'm Terry. But that front four is scary. They'll have everything. They'll have work rate. They'll have creativity, individual moments. What's it called? The most important thing is goals in them. It's cooked. If you guys got that front four, we might as well like start watching the league from second place to below. Like, you guys are alone, but then we'll start competing, guys. Whoever gets second, that's a very good team, because no one can catch that Liverpool team. That front four is scary, bro. Like, wallahi, that's the scariest front four that I could see in a while.
Yeah. No, look, I would completely agree. I think Ekitike is going to be a great signing for Liverpool. I think he offers more than just an out-and-out striker. He can drift, he can link up play, he can supply the wide forwards to score, especially how Liverpool play as well. I think he suits them very well. And he's got a lot of the metrics that you need for a striker who can play in different positions. I actually like the Ekitike and Isak type profile. I know Arsenal fans have said, oh, we we've had Jesus, we've had players that drift over the years. We need someone to stay there, be a last man in the box striker like the Haaland is. So Gyokeres is a very different profile, but I think for what Liverpool play and how Liverpool play and how much goals their wide players get, not only can Ekitike supply in terms of goal scoring, he'll score the chances Nunes gets, and he'll supply and link up play a lot better as well. Can he run the channel as well? Maybe not, but I feel like the way Liverpool play Ekitike is a great signing. He's, as I said, he's like, and I agree with Staffy 100%. He's got the attributes that Isak has. Obviously, I don't think he's as developed and as clinical as him, but he's got a lot of the attributes that Liverpool need, and he's young and he can grow. So it's just another great signing for Liverpool, man. And if they get Rodrygo, then you might as well just end the Premier League for the next 3-4 years.
You guys have completely given up on the pack. I love this. I love this. Like, everyone's just like, "Halas, Liverpool are winning the league. Like, just put the fries in the bag." Everyone's just given up on it.
Bro, you're getting Rodrygo, Salah, and Ekitike up front. Are you being serious? With Wirtz, and Wirtz not even Wirtz, and Wirtz is just behind them. Like, okay, you three are like all world-class players, and then just leave Wirtz, who's also one of the best players in the world. Just leave him there as well. What do you expect, Habibi? You should be winning everything with that. Everything.
No, I agree. I think Liverpool are scary. I've already said this in a pre-recorded video. I think we're scary right now. I think we're scaring off all the rival teams. We're moving ultra serious this window. We get Ekitike. People think it's like some sort of like gotcha moment. It's not a gotcha moment. We sign Ekitike. He's perfect to play with the players that we have. I wanted Ekitike from the beginning of the window. Like, it's a player I really like. And I agree completely with Staffy's assessment. There's a reason why I was pro Ekitike, anti Sesko. Sesko is not fundamentally sound, but Ekitike is fundamentally.
Sesko for 80+ million, while Ekitike is for 70. What are we doing here,
Yeah,
bro?
exactly.
Bin Sesko, bro. Sesko's the most obvious Højlund next. He's so obvious. He needs about 2 years of development before he comes to the Premier League. Unless you want to bring a striker, and then you're stuck for like what? Anyone who gets him for 80 million. And he's not gonna bang right away, unless you're like a very much established team. Like if he goes to Arsenal or Liverpool, I'll understand a little bit more because it will benefit of the players he plays around. But like I saw him linked with United, and I'm like, how could we just got burned by Højlund 2 seasons ago, and then 2 seasons later we go for the next Højlund? Like he's better than Højlund, don't get me wrong, but he's such an obvious like flop if he comes to United that no one should be touching that. But 80 million for Sesko when Ekitike is there. I'm sorry, bro. My eyes don't deceive me. I know who the better player is.
But honestly, Staffy, I don't think Sesko is a bad player, man. I really think
I don't think he's bad. I think he needs development. And I said
I
thought he fits you more than anyone.
Exactly. I actually agree with that. I think he fitted us a lot. But because we need to win next season, I couldn't rely on him to score 20+ next season. I just couldn't.
Which I understood. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. But in terms of Sesko, I love his talent ID so much. I think he's great in the box, great aerially as well. I think he's close-knit dribbling in the box when he gets the ball and on that half.
He's a bad decision maker. That's the issue.
Yeah. That's what I'd give him, which I say decision making.
These are things that are hard to teach because IQ. Remember when I was giving the monologue earlier? I'd rather a striker that needs to improve his finishing than a striker who needs to improve his decision making. Because people think you can coach decision making into players. It's like me telling Hassam, stop smoking cigarettes, stop smoking cigarettes, stop smoking. Unless Hassam wakes up and he's like, I don't want to smoke cigarettes, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't change his mentality. I can't change the way he thinks. Footballers, sometimes their decision-making is just an instinct. That's something that they've been doing since they were kids. There's no amount of coaching that you can put in a player where sometimes they're going to improve their decision-making. They could have the talent, but they can make the wrong decision a lot.
Example of this actually is Darwin Núñez. I'm not even trying to take
Núñez has a lot of talent. If he was just 5% smarter, shout out to Das, who used to say that. If he's just 5% better, he'd be a world-class striker. He just can't get that 5% because he's not.
And he was coached by Klopp, and he was coached by Slot, and he still couldn't improve it.
100%.
I think everyone has a ceiling in terms of improvement. Like another example is Kai Havertz as an example. Kai Havertz is never going to score 20 Premier League goals. Never. He's never going to score that, even if he plays 38 games, because there is a ceiling limit to the type of player that he is. His ceiling is like maybe 17 goals, 16 goals with like 10 assists maybe, or 9 assists. That's like his ceiling. Every player has a ceiling, Like the signs, as an example, we were speaking about Salah earlier. The signs were there with Salah at Roma. The signs were there with Salah at Fiorentina when he scored 2 goals for Fiorentina to beat Juventus. Like they stopped their winning run for such a long time. That for me is something massive, to be honest with you. The thing with this conversation is the following. By the way, guys, just quickly, this what Eddie Howe said on Isak. It's difficult for me to give 100% clarity on any player. Alex is happy at Newcastle. He loves the players, the staff, the team. I'm confident he'll be here at the start of the season. This dead ass sounds like a goodbye message. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna
You think
lie to you.
he goes to Saudi Arabia?
No, I think it's too early for him.
No, it's stupid. Why? He can wait.
No, I'm
he can
just
wait a year.
asking.
No. He can wait a year and potentially go to Barca. There's no way. And let's look. And this is what I'm saying to you. You have to separate footballers in the modern day to money and legacy. And Hussam and Staffy, I'm being serious. There are some players out there like Osimhen, like John Duran, top quality players that are solely driven by money. Okay, their main aim is to see the sport as a money generating machine, and I agree with that. And if you want to do that, you should go to. It's a job at the end of the day. But there's also players like, for example, Gyokeres, who had big offers to go to Saudi and earn 3 times as much he's earning at Arsenal. But no, he wants to build a legacy. So Isak he needs to kind of decide what he wants to do, because he can go to Al Hilal and become a star player. Al Hilal are a big team, and he can become a star player and earn millions and millions a year. But again, he's always going to be that guy that went to Al Hilal. Look at John Duran. Look at what he was being spoken about in Europe. Now no one talks about him anymore. He went to Saudi. He's gone now to the Turkish league. No one's talking about him anymore. So Saudi really does lessen your legacy. So I'm excited to see what Isak
Just quickly,
does.
another quote. Eddie Howe and Isak not playing because there is rumors that he's quote-unquote injured, right? It was my decision. I decided to send him home due to the speculation around him. The last thing he wanted is to be sat in the stand watching. That wasn't fair to him, but I'm confident he'll be a Newcastle player come the end of the window.
Yeah. Look, Isak doesn't want to.
I can't lie to you. This feels like very like Suarez like at Liverpool.
You're not going to get Isak. You're not going to get Isak.
It sounds like this. It sounds like it. I'm only saying what it sounds like.
I'm praying. I pray every day and night that Isak stays at Liverpool at Newcastle this season. I pray because I think I want him to stay and go to Barca next season, and khalas, I'm happy, right? But going to Liverpool will be a disaster, man.
If we don't sign Isak, but we sign Ekitike and Rodrygo, you think I care? We're gonna win the league anyway.
Exactly. But imagine you sign Isak and Rodrygo, then what?
No, but I don't think we can bring Isak and Rodrygo in the same summer.
Well, I don't know these
Who
days.
cares?
I don't
If
know.
you don't get Isak, you get baby Isak. Who cares?
Yeah, baby Isak. Victor
I know,
Wembanyama. But the real question is, does Isak track back?
Listen, you're a fraud. You are the biggest fraud known to mankind.
Does
You are a
Isak
fraud.
track back?
Who
Salah?
wants more?
Do all comps now.
Does
Do
he
all
track back?
comps now.
Staffy,
Do
look at
all
your
comps
screen,
now.
Staffy. Does
Do
he
all
track back
comps now,
now?
you fraud. See, Staffy, he wants to start this. by
Does
the
he
way.
track back?
No,
Though?
no, Staffy. See, Staffy, I'm having an intelligent conversation now.
Let's look
and I'm
at your
bringing up-
screen.
from
Look
this.
at your screen.
No,
Look at
I'm
your
bringing
screen.
up. I'm bringing
Does
up.
he track
valid-
back?
Solz, I'm not gonna lie, I can't defend you on this one.
No, I don't. No,
Does he
I don't.
track
need to-
back?
No. Listen, I'm having an intelligent discussion now.
He wins. You look emotional, mate. I'm with you. Go on, let it out. He wins that ball so much.
We're still talking about Saka.
Wallah, you fraud.
Hey, run it back. Run it back.
By the way,
One more time.
By the way,
One more time. Run it back.
no.
He wins. You look emotional, mate. I'm with you. Go on, let it out. He wins that ball so much.
By the way, this master manipulator. Watch the stream. It's recorded. I said Salah's better, but Saka does more things in our system. He's gonna twist it to I said that Saka's better than Salah. I've never said it. So
I'm
make
gonna
sure
post
everyone's
a clip as well. I'm gonna
I
post.
don't
a clip.
care. I don't care if it's a clip.
Get
Post a
your
clip of what I said.
popcorn out. Solz says Saka's better than Salah. I'm legit gonna make this.
Solz, I can't lie, you might be finished, mate.
I don't care. Listen, I've been on multiple podcasts and I've said the same thing. My opinions are mine only and I stand by them. Salah's better than Saka, but Saka in my system, in Arsenal's system, I would still choose Saka.
If you had Salah in Arsenal's system, you'd win the league.
No, we wouldn't, because Arteta would never. Arteta would never allow Salah to play how Salah wants to play.
You're finished.
How can you say that? Exactly. See,
You're finished.
He ain't got a reply to that.
Are you done?
You're finished.
And now someone in the comments is saying, looks like Sol's contract back. Listen. Anyway,
You're
listen.
finished. Finished.
I got to leave in a couple of minutes, by the way, Stan. Yeah?
You're finished.
Yeah, we know.
You're
How many
finished.
times you gonna
That's
tell
why
us?
he's doing all this. That's why he's doing all this, by the
Say
way.
it again. Say it again. Yeah. Say it again. Say you have to go in 3 minutes. I have to go. How many times you gonna tell us, yeah? How many times?
He wins. You look emotional, mate. I'm with you. Go on, let it out. He wins that ball so much.
You fraud, Wally, you're a fraud.
Well, I saw that it's a bad thing to say, bro. I'm just telling you right now.
No, bro, I don't care, bro. You don't understand.
I know you don't care.
No. But Staffy, you're not willing to contextualize my entire argument. So then I can't discuss with people that are trying to rage bait. I simply clearly I never said no. I said that Salah is a better player, and if you look at their careers, they can't even be compared. But if you ask me going into next season, who would I rather have? I would take the younger player who runs more, better dribbler, can offer more than just goals and assists. And that's just facts. If no one's willing to understand that, then that's and then what Hassam's gonna take that comment and go, oh, so Solz said that Saka's better than Salah, and this is
I'm gonna clip it up.
I don't care. Rage bait it. I don't care. I said what I said.
Clip it. Clickbait. You get me? Let's go. Why not?
That's fine. That's fine. Clickbait it. But in my opinion, I was next season.
It's gonna be my project Egal on this channel. You get me? That's what we're running. We're running project Egal on Solz. You get me?
You told me next season who would I rather have? I'll take Saka any day of the week.
Yeah, and that's why you want to win the league. Big up to H who says, mod me up, G Hussam. I'm sorry, H. You already have enough mods, Habib. But thank you for the super chat. We shouldn't sell Nunes. He runs more and he tracks back, is what Caster is saying. Yeah, we shouldn't sell him. He's a track back machine and he runs a lot as well. Again, 6 seasons, 1 FA Cup with another man's team. Slot rolled up and won the league first season. Habibi, take you head for a shit. Another insult from Thailand. Your thoughts, Mr. Solz, please?
Oh, I live in the 6 seasons, 1 FA Cup, win of a man's team. Slot rolled up, won the league first season. Okay, so that is the epitome of a modern day football fan. He looks at Slot, 1 Premier League, Arteta, 0 Premier League, and goes, oh, so this is what's happened. Now, football fans who know football and watch football will contextualize it and go, cool, Arteta took over a much worse team. Arteta was in a much worse position. Arsenal were a much worse club at the time. We had to replace a lot more players. We had to change a lot more of our team. Slot took over 5 Champions League winners. If you're going to come with comments, come with proper football and let's debate it. If you don't know ball and you look at football as in how many titles has each player won, well,
to be fair, that super chat was so bad though, because he actually contradicted himself in the same sentence. I didn't notice. He said Arteta won the FA Cup with another man's team, but then he didn't say that for Slot. He said Slot won it his first year. Well, technically,
with another man's
Slot
team,
won it
exactly.
with another man's team. So there's an argument that Slot, when he builds his old team, he can't win it.
Exactly, he made 0 signings. But anyway, big up Thailand. Anyway.
Ben Jacobs just said that Liverpool still intend to move if given any encouragement, whether now or in the future windows.
I'm a Ben Jacobs hype, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he said. Yeah, have some chance.
Well, it's Ben Jacobs بالخرا.
Big up to Fonzie, says Saka Ballon d'Or highlights, running, tracking back. Yep, the
and
fantastic
30 plus GA in all comps in his last 3
seasons. Plus GA this season. He scored 6 goals.
No, this season. I'm saying because he had a 3-month injury this season. So you know that.
Let's check. Oh, damn. Saka had 6 goals. Wow, Saka actually had 1 less goal than Madueke. That's
how
crazy.
many assists? But how many assists?
6 goals.
How many assists, though?
That's
exactly.
actually 1 less goal than Madueke. Maybe Arsenal really did improve.
This is my cue to say, love you, boys.
Here we go. Yalla, Solz. Tell us one more time that you gotta go.
خلاص ما احنا we're ending the stream حبيبي. We're ending. Don't worry. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure guys are liking on your way out. By the way, Solz, that's not over for Solz because Solz is actually on A-listers on Monday as well. So he's replacing Igal because Igal has a child. So you get me. The thing I love about Solz is he always brings the energy. Despite his delusion, he's always there with the energy, and he brought the energy towards Lewis last week with the friendly cup comments and all that. So, big up to all of you guys. I promise you I'm gonna clip up the Saka Salah thing. We're gonna get Solz cooked by the internet. Anyway, this stream is gonna take you over, ladies and gentlemen, to Staffy TV. We didn't get to talk about Mbuemo on this stream, but he's gonna be speaking about Mbuemo, Rashford, all the Man United related topics now. So don't go anywhere. Just stay in this live chat. And you're going to get a prompt right now that you're going to get redirected to the stream that Staffy is doing. It's Mbuemo joins and Rashford goes. Here we go. So go over there and watch his stream as well. Subscribe to Staffy TV. Subscribe to his channel.
I think we're under like 80 subs to 7K.
Yep.
Surely over 80 people here. So
100%. Let's go get him to 80,000 subscribers. So let's go. And I'm back tonight at 11 p.m. UK time, inshallah, with Dan Potts, Hussam X Dan Potts. You get me? Just doing a nice little stream. Peace out and love you all.